forward and to embrace the challenges and the opportunities of 2016. And I tip my hat to the acting county manager, Mark Schwartz, and your relentlessly talented team. I also want to acknowledge my departed colleagues, Walter and Mary, for their years of selfless service to this community. Last year was one of the most productive years that I can remember on the board, largely due to the leadership of Mary. Many large projects and plans were tied up, and we start the new year in a very strong and solvent position. Change is the only constant in life, and it's reflected in the smiling faces looking at you today from the dais. Change can be healthy and is no stranger to this community. Today's Arlington is a dynamic place and doesn't look anything like the Arlington I inherited in 1983 when I moved here. The changes since then have greatly enhanced our community and our quality of life. And healthy organizations and communities proactively guide change that's inspired by vision and unfolds through thoughtful dialogue and debate. According to Warren Bennis, leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. So where do we stand today? In 2015, Arlington was rated America's third best place to live, the second best place to retire, and the seventh most hipster city in America. Imagine that, a destination for seniors and hipsters, all in one place. We're small, yet we're smart. We're ground zero for the creative class. Our public schools are outstanding. Our crime rate is low. Our streets are safe, and neighbors help neighbors. Our smart growth planning continues to be a national model and provides a balanced tax base between commercial and residential properties. Transit and thoughtful land use planning have been our prime engines of redevelopment. Our tax rate is among the lowest in the region, and our AAA bond rating reflects strong fiscal management. We embrace diversity, and we care about the most vulnerable among us. 8 months ago, our residents' overall satisfaction with the quality of services remained at 89%, which is 32% higher than the national average. All that said, we have challenges, and we have room for improvement. I support the chair's focus on improving customer service, particularly with building permits, and I know the manager is focused on this as well. We can always do more to streamline processes, improve predictability, and enhance customer service. Some of our largest challenges, and those that I intend to focus a lot of my time on, are the need for facilities, including schools, while constrained by limited land, strengthening our economic competitiveness, housing affordability, and balancing our budget and our values. On the first, on facility siting and approval, the community facility study provided us with a strong framework for refreshing the Arlington way as we make those decisions. Several schools, a fire station, some bus storage needs, and a community center are all on the immediate horizon. The South Arlington Working Group that recently recommended a site for a new elementary school was a successful process. Though real civic engagement is often messier, sometimes slower and more expensive, it does serve to forge a broader consensus and reinforce trust. Thus, it is always my preference. It clearly places a greater responsibility on all of us to be informed, involved, respectful, and willing to compromise. And a special shout out to the school board, as the partnership and collaboration between our two bodies is stronger than ever, and it's needed more than ever. The communication needs to become institutionalized at the board level, at the manager superintendent level, and at the staff level. I will also encourage greater collaboration among our county and school citizen advisory groups. So on the second, regarding economic competitiveness, while our unemployment is the lowest in Virginia, our commercial vacancy rate remains too high. We must continue to make progress in branding Arlington as the hub for the innovation economy and marketing our assets aggressively. On the third, affordable housing, this has become a bellwether issue that embodies the soul of our community. The recently adopted Affordable Housing Master Plan established our policies, and we must now implement those policies. And finally, we must ensure that the budget is a living, breathing reflection of the values of our community. One value is getting value. I remain committed to scrutinize every dollar spent, leverage outside funds, and develop partnerships to get the best value possible. As a former GAO auditor, I hate to waste anything and look forward to working with our new county board auditor to find some savings and improve program performance. I also, however, do believe in making smart investments for the future. Arlington continues to excel in the provision of our core services, things like public safety, education, transportation. What has always distinguished Arlington and made us a great community is our conscience and compassion that motivate us to stretch beyond the standard services, to value the arts, to help people and persons with intellectual disabilities, to assist seniors on a fixed income with housing and services, or create a homeless services center for those living on the streets, to do our part to protect the environment and provide quality recreation, trails, and parks. Moreover, we value diversity and embrace people's differences as a source of this community's strength. These core progressive values fuel our pride and our passion for Arlington and should not be diluted or dismantled. They are what makes Arlington, Arlington. I'm confident that just as we have remade ourselves over the past decades, Arlington will again meet our challenges. We will tap our collective creativity and our collective compassion to ensure a bright and sustainable future for generations to come. Thanks. Happy New Year.